So at the end of the last video, we got the game working. Let's just remind ourselves how that works. So 4 is too low, 20, too low, 40, too low, 80, too low, 400, too high, 200, too high, 160, too high, 120, too low, somewhere between 120 and 160, 144. We got away. That was lucky. But we weren't very happy with the way the code looked. And if you remember, we're basing this on a basic program. And in the basic program, it was very easy to see the game. Here, we've got different things going on. We've got a bit of duplication here with the if round less than 10. We're adding the round here. We've got these nothings that I'm not really happy with. So what I suggest we do is we just start moving the code around. I haven't really got a plan, and see if we can get to a place we're happier with. So what are we going to do first? Well, first of all, well, I noticed that this world here is the second argument to guessing, but it doesn't change very often. It changes once at the beginning when we get the gravity and the spaceship weight set, and then it doesn't change after that. So I'm just going to change the order of that, I think, so that the world comes first, and then we should fail to compile. Yep, so there's a bunch of things we need to do to move that round. So I guess round 1 now starts here. I think that goes like that. I'm just being very mechanical here. Case check world, can I guess? That should be fine. And we're just changing the order of these things. Let's see if that's enough changes. That seems to be enough. Seems to be working. Format our code. I'll get rid of any extra spaces I've left in there. And I also think I'm a bit unhappy with the kind of game state being mixed in this guessing state. I think I'm going to turn that into its own type. So let's create a type, and what should we call it? Game state. Yeah, let's do this. And our game state's going to be a record with the round, which is a round count with the current guess, which is a guess, and the message, which is a feedback message. We're going to give that a game state. And that should fail to compile. Yeah. So what I'm hoping to do with this is to be able to, most of this stuff here is dealing with that game state. And I'm hoping if I make that its own type, we might be able to get an update method that only takes the game state and returns a new game state. And that way we won't have to carry all this extra knowledge about worlds and stuff through everything. Maybe. Let's see. So here we want round equals 1. Current guess, nothing, and feedback. Did I call it just message? I just called it message. There's nothing. Game state. What did I have? String to int. Yes. Well, that's already a bit better. There's a bit. Previously, we had to make sure that we passed the round and the messaging, but here we're using the record update syntax to say I want a game state, and the changes from the current state are the current guess needs to be different. So I think that's an improvement. Right, so now this current guess here. Do we need to, for now, let's pass in a game state here. So we're slightly making this check method. It needs to know a little bit more. So we're passing in a game state into that, whereas previously we were just passing the current guess. That may be a mistake. So here we've got a game state. Message equals just Oh, and this is interesting. We can do curly brackets here as well. So my formatting is all over the place, but hopefully hopefully it'll just be a matter of formatting. Well, it doesn't like to format it yet. Okay. And here we've got game state. And I think that's okay. So we forgot to reference that parameter there. Can't do it. Okay. So we're in that stage where things are probably getting a bit worse before they get better. Line 79. I think we've called it current guess, haven't we? Right, okay. Something's gone wrong here. It says too high all the time. Aha. We copied and pasted and forgot to change that. Okay, this is looking a bit worse, I would say. But now we've got the option to so notice that this always returns either guessing world or captured. Let's extract some of these methods and see if that helps us. So we've got advanced round, which is going to take a game state and return a game state. Yeah. So now I think we can get rid of that. Let's do it. Let's do the same for the message. It's still not going to compile here. Set message game state on a string return game state. And we can do we can ensure we're always passing in a proper message here. So now instead of this, we can have game state set message. Huh? Yeah. And game state set message too high, and then advance round. We've got a similar thing here. So this one is too low. Oh, this is saying that we've really, the way we want to use this, or we really want our game state to be the second argument. Okay. That's a bit better, I think. Nice if we could get rid of this duplication, wouldn't it? Let's think, how can we do that? Well, one thing we could do, instead of setting a message on here, is actually set one of these guess results. Yeah, I like that. Let's get all the strings down in this view model. So let's change our type. So this becomes a guess result, right? We had an object for that, right? Yeah, guess result. And our check function can now return yeah, so we need a view function here, which is message for result. And this is going to take a guess result and return a string. Case result of, oh, we got huh. Okay, that's right. Just check. So we've got hot, too high, too low, just right. Hot, hot, too high. Oops, no space in there. Too high. Too low. And just right. Perfect. And here, instead of a message, we want to say oh, so this is tricky because it's a maybe guess result. We'll tackle that at a different time. Let's say message for results game state dot guess results. Yeah. So this has to be a maybe guess result, right? We no longer have our feedback message type. I'm making a lot of changes here, but I'm counting on the compiler to set message now takes a guess. Oops, that's not right. Is this even gonna work? 119. Yeah, so now this takes a maybe guess result. What do we want to do? I think we can do this. No, the naming's all wrong with that set message. Good. It was 1-1. Let's just check that again. Alright, let's have a look. Well, this check game state could return a game state with that message set, since we couldn't it? Let's leave that for the time being. I've just had a thought. I've just looked at how we're nesting this, and we're looking at the model, and then we're looking at the messages. I wonder whether we could do with another state in our model that makes it a bit simpler. So I'm looking at these two nothings here. There is a state where there is no guess and there is no guess result. Then there is a state where we're updating the current guess, and then there's a state where we've checked the current guess. I wonder if those are three different states in the game. If we model those exactly, we might so I'm just going to save it and make a note of where I've saved it in case we decide that this is not the right approach. So I'd like this first state not to be initialized with nothing. So let's say started game. Let's assume we've got three states. Started game, we've got a world and nothing else. We're making a guess. Where we've got a world and a guess. Maybe an end. And then we've made a guess where we've got the world and a guess result. We can make these more domain specific. So we could call that entered ship, entering settings. Yeah. Attempted launch. So now we get to do this. When we've entered the ship, case message of the only one we care about here is update gas. We go to entering settings. World. Entering settings, world. Everything else just returns model. And then we've got when we're entering the settings, we can update our gas. Or we can check gas. Right, I'm not sure this is any better. Maybe it is. I've got a bit lost to what I'm doing here. I think what I'm trying to do is yeah. feels like it might get a bit simpler. Oh, let's ignore the round stuff for the minute. So the entering settings. It needs a round in it, doesn't it? Okay, this is starting to look a bit better, I think. So what if we change this check current gas? I mean, this isn't going to compile. Let's get this to compile. What's it complaining about here? As it says, it can't understand our case statement. Okay, if the model is at 129, it was expecting an argument. I can't see where it's got a problem. Maybe it's just the update. Maybe it's just the indenting. Yeah, we don't want that anymore, do we? There's no problem on 140, oh yeah, you see how all those, it requires all those. Can't find a round type. Round count. Oh, that's more like it. Now we're into our view. So now we've got a bunch of different states down here that things can be in. We've got to make some decisions. So we've got enter chip, enter settings, entering settings, and attempted launch. I don't know why it's okay with me not having an attempted launch. Yeah, I guess it isn't. I think it's kind of similar to, in fact, it's exactly the same as that. Test with round coming through. So that's maybe an error we've got there. We've got well, we want to extract some of this into a method. The things that are the same in each of those three states. I think these are things that are the same. So not any of that, is it? And the only thing it needs is gravity. So what have we got? We've got entered ship. We've got the world. That looks like that. We've got entering settings. World gas. That looks like there we go. attempted launch. Oh, these have rounds, don't they? I don't care about. Attempted launch world result. And that looks like Gravity along with some text, which is do this message for result. Expecting the as keyword. The second keyword to check is not what I expect. So this is where we're checking here. I don't think we need that message anymore. We still need the advanced state thing. So here's check. We need to pass in a guess now. So do you remember we added that when we introduced that game state type? We no longer need that. This entering settings for guess to a model. Right. It's quite right. We forgot to put that round in there. So this says we don't need our maybe anymore. That seems like an improvement. So we have, I think, sorry, that was a long refactoring there. Okay. And we've introduced some more duplication. This has to be the same level as this check guess. I wonder if I can do. Whoa. Too low. So is this better? Um, we no longer need that. And we no longer have this. I think we might end up reintroducing that, but let's just... if our check method did a bit more, this is really saying what's the next model given our world, our current guess, and our round. We're making progress. Let's just pause it there for a second.